You might have heard a ceasefire has finally happened in Lebanon. But why are we talking about Lebanon when we're talking about this war between US, Iran, and Israel? Why is Lebanon even in the conversation? Let's try to break this down. When the US and the Israel launched military strikes on Iran in late February 2026, an armed group operating inside Lebanon called Hezbollah, they responded with rockets in Israel. And Israel then responded with military strikes and ground operations across Lebanon, killing more than 2,000 people and displacing over a million, which is roughly around 20% of the Lebanon's entire population. So Lebanon is not just a bystander, it became an active conflict zone. And here's the key point: even Iran publicly stated that any ceasefire deal between US, Iran, and Israel must include Lebanon. That's why Pakistan's Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif, who was mediating the ceasefire that was forged on April 7, said that Lebanon was a part of that ceasefire. And in contrast to this, Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu also said that Lebanon was not included in the ceasefire, saying this matter, Lebanon's ceasefire matter, was a separate one. So this contradiction itself created a big confusion. And finally, on 16th of April, which is just a couple of days ago, Israel and Lebanon agreed to a 10-day cessation of hostilities brokered by the United States to allow peace negotiations between the two countries to continue. And these were the first direct talks between Lebanon and Israel since 1993. Now, why should this matter to us here in Nepal? Well, over 1.7 million Nepali workers are currently in Middle Eastern countries, including 6,500 in Israel and 1,500 in Lebanon alone, and many more in Iran as well. So these are our brothers and sisters in the middle of a war zone, and Nepal's government has already, suspended new labor permits to these countries. And the ripple effect is Time magazine has included Nepal's Prime Minister Balendra Shah in its list of the 100 most influential people for 2026. The magazine describes the 35-year-old Shah as a former hip-hop artist who rose to become Nepal's youngest Prime Minister, highlighting his journey and portraying him as a figure bringing a new wave to South Asian politics. According to the magazine, Shah's rise is the result of strong support from the younger generation and growing dissatisfaction with traditional political parties and structures. Referring to his tenure as mayor of Kathmandu Metropolitan City, KMC, the magazine highlights his efforts in the waste management, education and health sectors. It also notes the expectations for effective leadership placed on him by the Nepali public following his assumption of the Prime Minister's office.